All right, Environment Canada has just released its annual summer forecast because, as you've been telling us all morning long, June 1st is meteorological summer.
Sure is.
Woohoo! What can we expect? In fact, a warmer summer ahead. Temperatures, though, are expected to be more unpredictable than last year, so get ready for some sudden drops or even spikes over the next few months. Let's break it all down. We've got senior climatologist at Environment Canada, David Phillips, who is joining us. It's been a long time since we've sat down together.
Hi, Melissa.
Nice to see you again. Let's talk about this warmer than usual temperatures expected across most of the country. So what are the exceptions that won't be seeing that?
Well, we certainly think the vast majority of Canadians can good beer drinking weather, a muscle shirt, tank top kind of weather. Certainly in British Columbia, across the prairies. The only exception where it's showing cooler than normal is out in the far coast of Newfoundland, Labrador, and up to Nunavut. A lot of very cold water, a lot of ice still there, and so we don't think that's going to warm up during June, July, and August that much. But the only area that seems to be a little uncertain is where millions of Canadians live, in southern Ontario and western Quebec. And what that is it's showing us that when we run the models, there's three possibilities: warmer, colder, or normal. And the models say it could go either way. So, but my sense is the vast majority of the country will be warmer than normal. Just this southern part, I'm betting the few loonies on the fact that it will be warmer than normal because the Americans are saying warmer than normal, and there's a lot of warm air around. So my sense, it won't be as warm as last year, guys. Hey, it was a lot of days above 30. It was warm right from the get-go. So I think it'll be a little cooler to begin, but then the warm air, when it counts in July and August, when school's out and vacation starts, you don't want to use up all your good weather in June. And so we think it will come around. But generally speaking, it looks pretty positive.
Nice. Dave, it's a little inconsistent this year in comparison to the last couple of years. So why is that?
Well, I think it's clearly we've seen very cold waters around Canada in the Pacific and Atlantic. Boy, the waters are really cold. They're bathing, and that will influence. As you know, Kelsey, how the oceans go, so goes the summer or the season ahead. So I think that will be a bit of an influence there. And also we've had a lot of rain in parts of Canada, record amounts in the east. And a lot of that will evaporate and tend to cool things off. So I think last year we seemed to get locked into that Bermuda high, a lot of southerly air, American air flowing northward, and it was just consistently right from the get-go. So I don't think it will be as consistent as last year and as warm, but hey, we like our warm season in this country, and we think we're owed a good warm season. And I think nature will come through for us.
All right, speaking of nature, sometimes it can go in a very, very scary place.
Yes.
This time last year, Alberta was dealing with one of the largest wildfires in history.
Yes.
So when you're looking at wildfires, forest fires, and the forecasting for this kind of, for this summer, what are you seeing?
Well, Melissa, all that wet weather we had is clearly has extinguished any flames. We have seen really no forest fires. That's a good thing. We've had some flood issues in various parts of the country, and maybe that's coming to an end. Maybe all that rain will be doing more of this, you know, mosquitoes and that, you see. So I think that's an issue. But generally, I think at this time of the year, we're in better shape than we were last year because that was the most expensive disaster in Canadian history, and it was raging a year ago. We're just not seeing that. It's been cooler and wetter, so the forests have been able to green up, and we haven't seen the problem of forest fires.
Dave, over the next couple of decades, when we look back at where summers have been, where are we headed towards? Is it just going to keep getting a little more unpredictable and a little hotter?
Well, you know, Kelsey, I think that certainly we have seen over the last 70 years, our summers have warmed up. Not as much as our winters. Our winters are really, we're just not as I think we're still the great white cold north. It still is great, but not as white and as cold as we were. So our winters are a little less so, and our summers have also been a little warmer because of the fact of climate change. We see that the world is warming up, and Canada's no different. And so we're seeing that. So my sense is that we move ahead in the years to come. We'll see warmer than normal summers, more of those hot days, more of those steamy kind of days. We may think, oh my gosh, you know, summers back in the beginning of this century were not as bad as they will be in the years coming, if you don't like hot summers. But there will still be severe weather. And I think that a good message this year would be to say, it doesn't matter what kind of summer you're going to have, we're going to see some summer severe weather. We are the second most tornado-prone country in the world. We have 3 million lightning hits. So my sense is that we will see some of that kind of rock and rolling kind of weather. And Canadians, hey, enjoy the summer, but always keep an eye on the sky just in case that severe weather shows up.
Yes.
And thunder roars, head indoors.
Exactly, Kelsey.
That's a good one, Kelsey.
That's not me, that's Environment Canada. I can't take credit for that.
Well, we always appreciate your perspective,
thank you,
especially when
Melissa.
you're giving us this great news as well.
Okay.